Hi everyone, I am here with my Minifee girls and I've stripped them down a lot. Figuratively and literally. They're in their Blue Batiste lingerie sets, and other than being really beautiful, they're also just more basic and they make them more blank slate-y to me, if that makes sense. I just can get a better feel and mold them better in this kind of form than dressed in outfits that don't make sense to me because I don't know who they are yet. So recently I've been really stressed out, and I've had a lot going on in my life, a lot of transitional stuff. I've been trying to figure things out and it's been really tough, and it's been hard to focus on writing and figuring out my girls, and then I was really pressuring myself to do that, and it just was a bad mix and it kept not happening, and I've been doing a lot of other things. Yet the good thing that came out of this was reading. So I've been really trying to get myself to read a lot more. I love reading and I haven't been reading recently, and I've gotten back into it and I'm so happy. And the nice thing about reading is it's a great way to feel kind of calm and centered for me, but also kind of gives me inspiration, which is awesome. So then I feel inspired by what I'm reading, and then I can draw from that, which is so good. So good. I really just want to slow my roll down, take my time, figure out who my girls are in an organic way where I can still reach the same endpoint, yet I don't feel pressured to make them amazing characters and give them an amazing story, because it's just too much for me right now, and I think it's just too much in general to ask of myself to just create this story out of nothing. So I'm just going to take it slow, let little snippets come to me, write them down, piece them together, and really figure out who my girls are. I do have some names right now that I really like. I think in the last video I probably said something like, I'm not going to tell you guys any more names because it's really annoying to kind of tell you these things and then change them, but I feel like that's part of the process, so I'm going to do it anyway. I always just go back on things that I say. So here is my Minifee Celine. You've seen them up close, so I think they look really pretty standing. So, and they're in their high heel shoes, so like it was hard to get them to stand. So this is nice. But so my Minifee Celine is a younger character. She's really mature, and she kind of just feels the weight of the world. And her name is going to be Marina, or at least that's what I'm pretty sure it will be. So I'm really liking the name Marina for her. I like that it's just a really beautiful name. It's a little bit mysterious sounding to me, and a little bit weighty. It just has some weight to it, which is nice. So I think that kind of is a good name for her. And then here we have my Minifee Chloe, and I really like the name Lucette for her, or Lucy for short. I think it's just light and airy, and it's nice, and it really goes well with her bubbly, effervescent, free-spirited personality. And I have a little bit of story snippet that I want to share. I wrote a little teeny bit, but I don't think I liked it that much. But it did kind of get me thinking, at least, which is good. So it kind of got me thinking about their past. I think their characters are probably in their early 20s, late teens, so maybe they're 18, 19. They're a year apart, and kind of in the prologue section I'm gonna write when they're 15 and 16, and their mother is still around. In the current state, their mom is gone. I don't know if she's out of the picture or she's dead or killed, but she's out of the picture currently. But back then they lived all together. Their father was out of the picture, but that was never something that bothered them, I guess. I need to think about that a little more, but they just lived together, the three of them. Their mother always tried to make them feel like they were loved and that they had each other, and always tried to just make sure that they had fun. And their mom was a very warm, special person to them, and she just really tried to do the best she could for her daughters, and her girls really think of her fondly. And I believe in the town they're living in, there's something called the ceremony. I'm trying to think of a better name perhaps for that than just the ceremony, but the ceremony I guess isn't terrible. But basically when a girl turns 16, there is a big ceremony that happens and things occur. I don't quite know what this means, but that's where I am. So that's my little story snippet. And I do know that they have a nice party for the three of them. Their mom bakes a really lovely cake, and Marina decorates the house for Lucy, and they let Lucy sleep in because she's kind of just like that, and she just likes to sleep in, where Marina likes to wake up and meet the day and do what she wants to do and do what she needs to do. Otherwise, she kind of feels like she's wasting her time, or she's wasting the day away. So sometime after this party, the town kind of gathers and Lucy has to go to the ceremony, and I don't know maybe if they have to like drag her, they take her there, or if she goes willingly, or maybe it's the next day. I have to smooth those things out, but she goes to the ceremony and something happens, and shortly after, their mother is out of the picture. And now it's a few years later, and they're dealing with things, whether it be abilities and powers perhaps, or maybe they are dealing with kind of being on their own, or maybe they're dealing with kind of like saving people with their powers. I don't quite know what I'm doing yet with all that, but I think I've pretty firmly decided that it's like a fantasy world, and they live near an ocean, and I think that is going to be kind of a big thing, where they live near the ocean and they live also near the woods. So I don't know if maybe they live like in a treehouse community where like everyone lives in tree houses. I've had this kind of idea for like treehouse people for a while, and I kind of like that idea, so I may use that. But another idea that I had that I was thinking of is that perhaps their mother wasn't supposed to keep them because they were special, and that maybe she was in hiding for a while, but then on Lucy's 16th birthday they were found, and the town kind of took them back. But I'm not quite certain yet. I'm mulling that over. And the other idea that I had perhaps, which was inspired by Frey, which is a really awesome Buffy comic that takes place in the future, where Frey is a future slayer. However, she doesn't have any of the prophecies or prophecy powers that Buffy has, where she has prophetic dreams, and that somehow her twin brother, I believe, has these powers. So with that in mind, I was thinking maybe this goddess or this hero, whoever she is born and is supposed to have certain powers, but maybe the powers are split between the two of them. So I was thinking maybe Lucy has these more magic-based abilities, and then Marina has more strength and speed type abilities. I'm not quite certain yet, so I'm still trying to figure all that out, but I was thinking about that idea. So those are the ideas that I have so far, and I just am glad that I figured that out, that I'm going to take it slow and allow myself to slowly figure things out instead of rushing it, because it's just all too much right now. And when I have some more thoughts and ideas about this, I will totally share them with everyone. And I want to end this by saying that everyone's stories that I've been hearing about recently are so awesome and have been so inspiring and made me really want to work on my girls all that much harder. So thank you guys for being awesome and inspirational. And I will talk to you soon. Bye everyone.